Super Bowl fever. We're just 24 hours away from the big game. How pizza shops are preparing to dish up the tasty and popular dish.
And welcome, Morgan, thank you. And in just 24 hours, the biggest game hits the football field.
That's right. The Los Angeles Rams take on the New England Patriots, and the Rams are 2.5-point underdogs heading into Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow. Now, one thing viewers will notice during the big game here on CBS is actually new technology.
Yeah, this is interesting. Parts of the game will be broadcast in 8K and something called augmented reality. Wink News reporter Meg Oliver.
Brittany and John Carlos.
That seems like a lot of money right there. Well, Meg, we're 24 hours before the big game. What is the atmosphere like there on the ground?
It is electric, I have to tell you. It took us a really long time to get to our live shot because thousands of people are in downtown Atlanta. They're going to Super Bowl Live. They're out enjoying the food trucks and all of the excitement. And there's, of course, the Ferris wheel that people are taking rides on. And it is just a lot of fun here.
And Meg, security is also a big thing on people's minds. It seems to be increasing each and every year. So are there any big security changes to expect this year?
Brittany, security is everywhere you look. I can tell you a major distraction for security, though, has been drones. This area, about a mile area around the stadium, is a no drone zone, and they have already had to confiscate 6 drones since Thursday, which is taking up valuable time when the security should be doing other things.
Meg Oliver reporting from Atlanta. Thanks so much.
And local art and family fun sounds like the perfect weekend activity. Well, the Fort Myers Art Fest is in full swing. Hundreds of artists set up some intricate art displays downtown for the annual event. It's known to draw in 40,000 people every year. Local artists say the support they received in Fort Myers is like no other. And the festivities will continue tomorrow morning at 8:15 with the Run to the Arts 5K. After, you'll be able to get a final glance of the artwork before the artists pack up at 4 p.m. And despite the current polar vortex, it looks like spring will be coming early this year. Punxsutawney Phil did not see his shadow, and as the legend goes, this means we're in for an early spring. Thousands of spectators bundled up to see Phil at Gobbler's Knob in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania this morning. Phil has been in charge of telling us how long winter will wear on since 1887. Bowl fever, we're just 24 hours away from the big game. How pizza shops are preparing to dish up the tasty and popular dish.
And
hoping not to get caught with drugs, tries to eat them, but that's not good enough. Collier County deputies say Jonathan Doolin is a known gang member. A deputy tried to pull him over on Thursday. Noticed he was eating something in his car. It turns out he was eating a marijuana cigarette. Deputies say Dolan also had cocaine in his wallet. Virginia Governor Ralph Northam says he is not him in the racist yearbook photo, and despite mounting pressure to resign, he will not do so. Northam says he does not recall the picture being taken and says he was not involved in the production of the yearbook. As Wink News reporter Kenneth Craig reports, these statements contradict what he said just 24 hours ago.
Virginia Governor Ralph Northam now says he's convinced he is not one.
in just 24 hours, the biggest game hits the football field.
That's right. The Los Angeles Rams takes on the New England Patriots, and the Rams are 2.5-point underdogs heading into Super Bowl Sunday. Now, one thing viewers will notice about the big game on Wing TV is actually the new technology.
Yeah, this is interesting. Parts of the game will be broadcast in 8K and something called augmented reality. Wake News reporter Meg Oliver is in Atlanta with more.
I got it right here.
CBS Sports is ready.
Local art and family fun sounds like the perfect weekend activity. The Fort Myers Art Fest is in full swing. Hundreds of artists set up some intricate art displays downtown for the annual event. It's known to draw in 40,000 people every year. Local artists say the support they receive in Fort Myers is like no other.
It's always a blessing when you...
The festivities will continue tomorrow morning at 8:15 with the Run to the Arts 5K. After, you'll be able to get a final glance at the artwork before the artists pack up at 4 p.m. All right, thank you, Zach. Despite the cold temps up north earlier this week, it looks like spring will be coming early this year. Punxsutawney Phil did not see his shadow. As the legend goes, this means we're in for an early spring. Now, thousands of spectators bundled up to see Phil at Gobbler's Knob in Pennsylvania this morning. He's been in charge of telling us how long winter will wear on since 8.
Trying to make everybody laugh.
Well, I thought it was utterly hilarious. Look at this. I wonder how
He feels about this being out.
Some things never change. He still has that personality.
he does, absolutely. I think that would be warm, too, right? Like, I think that would also have, like, a warming quality, almost like a onesie, if it was
That is
chilly
amazing.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, too bad it's not too chilly for that.
It's quite warm, actually. Back above average for tomorrow afternoon, 78 degrees, 77 for Monday. And I know many of you missed the 80s over the last few weeks. We see a stretch of 80s mid to late in the work week of this upcoming work week. But overall, if you have any outdoor Super Bowl Sunday plans, looking partly cloudy, pleasant. Again, temperatures on the warm side.
All right, thanks for joining us. We'll be right back here at 10 o'clock.
Have a good night.